Okay, Shalom, 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 Kwam Yasha'Allah, Koholimla, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Dash, and double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who were well and that by the Spirit taught us His beautiful truth, and just want to say the water to the Akim and Ahwah, that's out here sincerely keeping the laws, the statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai to the best of their ability. This is Yach Nanawach. Just coming at you with another quick lesson, praying that it's edifying by the Spirit. And yeah, definitely living in the last days. That Matthew 24:12, it speaks on how because of iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. And people just on drugs, people drinking, people are, it's just a different vibe. People are crashing. Well, these Edomites don't crash out, they total. That's my new thing with them. They total the car, man, flying through the windshield, leaving flesh marks on the pavement, man. They don't be fucking around when it comes to them. When they crash, when they go, they ready to do it, they do it. They take it to the full extent, man. But it says, now this is in Law and Crime. I always say if you have a problem with coming up with topics or anything to do, or as far as a lesson, man, just go to this Law and Crime app. But these it pops up in the Newsbreak app as well. But you can just they actually have a YouTube, as far as Law and Crime, and you'll see all the heinous shit that these Edomites, so-called white man, be doing throughout the U.S. of A. And shit that you don't hear about on regular news, because they try and paint Esau in this beautiful light like he's just this righteous being. But this motherfucker be doing the most heinous shit, man. Okay, but this is, it says, I begged him, don't shoot me, man, deleted wife for telling him to turn off Monday Night Football, then turns gun to stepdaughter, right? And then he also murked himself afterwards, you know what I'm saying, once he was on the run, so to speak. But you can see, now we don't get into the color thing. We have to always explain that, because this guy could very well be an Israelite, but this is some Edomite shit. It's got that spirit of Edom on it, Idumean. This is Idumean activity right here, which is Esau or Edom in the Greek, the red man. But now there are Israelites that look like this guy, but we kind of sift through, filter through, because ain't no nigga in the hood or anywhere else for that matter. Well, it can happen, but Jake just gonna get up, get in his car, and go to his homeboy house and watch the game if that's the case. Especially if it's not his crib, And in this particular situation, what you're going to see is he's with a bitch with multiple children. He's the stepdad. She's got multiple children that he's involved with, or, not sure the situation as far as if she lived with him or if he lived with her. But either way, he's dealing with a bitch that's got multiple kids. And generally, when you get situations like this, it's a nagging, clamorous bitch, man. Matter of fact, let me grab a quick scripture on that. She's clamorous. Salakia, bear with. I know it's in. Let me do it like this. I think that's how you spell it. Proverbs 9:13. It says, "A foolish woman is clamorous. She is simple and knoweth nothing. For she sitteth at the door of her house, on the seat of the high places of the city, to call passengers who go right on their way." But let me just get the word clamorous real quick. That's the point that I wanted to get. Because clamorous is just a loud-ass woman, man. Hama, H 1993. To murmur, growl, roar, cry aloud. See? Rage. Be disquieted. And some men, you come home, all you want to do is just chill, have you a beer, have you a drink, and watch the fucking game. You know what I'm saying? Why would you tell him to turn off the game? Pretty certain there was probably multiple TVs in the house. Most houses had multiple TVs. Then again, maybe they only had that one TV. Who knows? But still, if he's dealing with you, and he's dealing with your 3 children or so that's in this article, right? Why can't the guy just watch the game? You know what I'm saying? And you just, let shit, just the fucking game gonna eventually go off, Okay, but it says authorities in Florida, it'd be some weird ass shit be happening in Florida too, are investigating a a murder-suicide, and the shooting of a 13-year-old girl after an argument started when the suspect's wife asked him to turn off the Monday night football game. Okay, so it says, according to the Polk County Sheriff's Office, deputies responded just before 11 p.m. on Monday night. I think that might have been, what was that? Probably the 49ers and the Colts was playing. Who knows? This nigga probably had a big bet on that game. Okay, but it says Monday night to report a shooting. It was around 11 p.m. Okay. A 12-year-old boy ran to his neighbor's house and asked for help because his mother, Crystal Kenny, and stepfather, 47-year-old Jason Kenny, so they were married, were fighting. As he was running to the neighbor's house, he heard gunshots. So he married a chick, man, you know what I'm saying, with multiple children, and that's not wise. That's not wise in this kingdom, man. You just chill, bro. And in these days and times, you could have done something back like that back, 50 or so years ago. Because generally, you know what I'm saying, you know, women were, it was just the whole family structure was different. You know, a man could get together with a woman that, you know, may have each, say the woman, her husband was deceased or whatever, he died. That's generally how it used to go. And don't get me wrong, it was a lot of what they call cheating, that bullshit, you know what I'm saying, or adultery, what we call it scripturally. But overall, you know, back in those days, it was typically a woman would deal with a man after her wife had died, or, you know, a man would deal with a woman after her husband had died. Like the Brady Bunch. We was talking about, me and the Ak was talking about the Brady Bunch the other night. And I think that family of the Brady Bunch, they didn't make it seem as if, you know what I'm saying, they were just, because the woman had 3 kids and the man had 3 kids, and they all came together as the Brady Bunch, right? But, you know, back then, they wasn't making it seem as if this white woman left her husband for this, you know, this white man, or this white man left his wife, you know, with the kids. You know, I think they set it up as, I think both of them had spouses that passed away, as far as I can think, as far as that show. Don't quote me on it, but that's just the way that it was back then, because I remember that show. But no, it's not wise to be marrying these women in America. It's just not wise. It's the apostles always say, if you can afford it, have your own place, let her have her own place. Now, it's nothing wrong with living with your woman, you know. Nothing wrong with living with your woman. But if you have your own place, say she go on her monthly, that's a law that you can possibly keep right there. You know what I'm saying? If she's on her monthly, she can just stay at her house until that's all over with, and y'all, you know, link back up together later on. You got your own place, she got her own place, you know. But it's just wiser to do it that way, because these women be bugging the fuck out. They'll throw your ass out of the house. They have police as their personal security, and it's nothing that's gonna be. None of it benefits you. You're just paying bills, and she's running the damn house and talking shit, paying bills, and it's on repeat. But anyway, it says, we later learned, let me see. So this is with the stepdaughter, 13-year-old girl. We later learned the bullet in the face hit her in the bridge of her nose, went straight up and out the top of her head. God damn. So that's a Christmas miracle, Judd said. A Christmas miracle. Well, we know that the Lord, he killeth and maketh alive. He wounds and he heals. Let's get that. That was the Lord that kept the little stepdaughter alive. But guess what? I bet you if she ever get with a dude, she won't be talking no shit to him. I bet you that. She'll never want to see a damn NFL game for that matter. But if she ever get with a dude and he want to watch the game, she gonna be like, baby, watch that game. Deuteronomy 32 and 39. And it reads, see now that I, even I am he, and there is no God with me. I kill and I make alive. See? I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. So it wouldn't have been nothing that Crystal Kennedy could have done to be delivered out of the hand of the Lord, because it was time for her ass to be called back to the spirit world. And he wounded the daughter. Just so happened the 12-year-old, he was out. You know what I'm saying? He ran to the neighbor. And then I think it was a 1-year-old in the house as well. Now, that 1-year-old might have been his child. But I think all the other kids was stepchildren. Let's go back into it real quick. Salakia, damn. Kind of fucked that up. Oh, no, we back in there. It says, deputy identified Jason Kinney as the suspect and learned that he fled the scene in his truck. As he drove, he called his sister in upstate New York and said, I did something terrible, and this is the last time you'll ever talk to me. According to Judd, you'll see me on the news, but I am not going to jail. I am not going to jail for the rest of my life. Okay, so this is Edomite shit. Jumping in your truck, you calling your sister, yo, I'm not going to jail, and then you put the, you take yourself out. That's some Edomite shit. That's some Edomite shit, man. He drove to his father's house in the nearby Lake Wales and hid in a shed. Yep, Edomite shit. Deputies were trying to coax him out when they heard a gunshot. See? And they're not in trouble as other men. Because had that been a Jake, they'd have ran in guns blazing. Guns blazing. Ain't no coaxing. Ain't no trying to talk a motherfucker out of putting no damn gun down and don't hurt yourself. No. Had this been a Jake, they'd have called SWAT. They'd have had helicopters circling the damn shed. Dogs out, whole nine. SWAT with battering rams. That's how I'm thinking this is some Edomite shit. Okay, so it says investigate. And an investigation revealed the suspect became enraged at his wife when she suggested changing the channel. Towards the end of a Monday night football game, he pulled out a gun and shot her in the head, just like that. I don't know, man. Then the suspects turned his sights on the stepdaughter. Why the women? Because you already know they were shit talking. Clamorous, bro. So you women, man, y'all better learn to shut the fuck up. Because guess what? When things really hit the fans, these niggas gonna be on your ass. And it's gonna be men of all races, especially the ones here in the Americas, Babylon the Great. They gonna be on your asses when there's no 911 to call. All that talk y'all been talking, they gonna remember that shit. It's gonna be a totally different spirit in the planet when the Lord switched that up, man. For real. All that shit talking, shut the fuck up, man. Here you go. He's taking care of your fucking kids. You can't wait a few more minutes until the damn game go off and we don't condone this shit, because we understand that these are spirits of vengeance. Let me get that real quick. We get it. You know what I'm saying? We're not condoning you putting your hands on a woman and doing none of that shit, man. We advise you to use wisdom. Get the fuck away from that bitch, man. Go to your boy house. Go somewhere. He could have went to his dad's house. Let me go up here and finish, fuck it. Let me just get away from this bitch. I'm going to watch the game up here with my dad, or just, I might have missed the rest of the game, but I'll just go and just burn off some steam with the old man or something. He could have left. This is Ecclesiasticus. I'm in here. I should have just went to it. Bugging. Let me just go to Ecclesiasticus chapter 39 and verse 28. Let's start there. Because that was a spirit of vengeance that was on the guy. Because I think they later on said, she wrote a letter to him talking about, I don't know, I guess him being, overdoing it on drugs and, overdoing it on the drinking and shit like that. Which, them drugs, man, them drugs, and you can have them drinks is even a damn spirit. But them drugs to go with it, yeah, that's an extra mix-up. Ecclesiasticus, also known as the Book of Sirach, and the King James 1611 Bible. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, see? Which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. Fire and hail and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance. Teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents, and the sword. Punishing the wicked to destruction. They shall rejoice in his commandment, and they shall be ready upon earth when need is. And when their time is come, they shall not transgress his word. So them spirits is ready to rock, man. Jump right on homeboy, because it didn't even say like he went straight to it. He got straight to the business, man. And then the stepdaughter had to been a shit talker too, because ain't no way he'd turn that gun on that girl. He probably got tired of hearing them bitches nagging. She probably with some damn earbuds in her fucking ears all day long, ignoring, not doing no damn chores, you know what I'm saying? Probably sneaking motherfuckers through the window. got tattoos and shit already, just having her way, just doing what she want to do. He probably ain't have no kind of say in that house. And the end results of shit like that, with these Edomites a lot of the times, they'll fuck everybody up, man, to take themselves out. And that's exactly what happened. Now, me speaking as a man, I don't know if that's what happened, but hey, it's a good possibility that's what happened. Straight up, bro. Okay, so let's get a little bit more. She said, I begged him, don't shoot me, don't shoot me, don't shoot me. And he shot me anyways. Investigators also found an undated letter Crystal Kenny wrote to her husband where she told him she was concerned about, his drug and alcohol use. They called the shooting horrific, especially considering the time of the year. And they're always trying to use that time of the year. Well, shit, nigga, this shit is horrific any time of the year. But it's Christmas. Fuck Christmas. Sweet white baby Jesus didn't step in on her behalf. She got her ass gunned down. He just absolutely destroyed the family, literally, and the mental health of two children without their mama and an infant that will grow up without a mother and father 3 days before Christmas, he said. Okay, well, all right. Yep. There you go. They're gonna try and, throw that Christmas sweetheart bullshit into the picture, like, and you know what? I'm out here doing a lesson right now, just, and I was out last night. I went to the store for a hot sec. I kind of just tuck it in a little early, but because I was up early enough to see the brother Allah. He was out on the highways and byways, man, like 5 in the morning. I was like, God damn. It's like, shit, that's what I'm talking about. Get that work in, baby. You know what I'm saying? Shit, I was up watching the bro, man. You know what I'm saying? But I had woke up early as shit because I went to sleep early as shit. But, man, there ain't no holiday spirit in this motherfucker, man. Ain't no lights on none of the houses in the hood. Maybe 1 or 2 that I did pass. But, man, ain't nobody into that shit no more. That shit is done deal, bro. Motherfuckers come on, bro. That shit done deal. You're going to have a couple of divorces. You're going to have a couple of breakdowns of the family just because motherfuckers ain't get the kind of gifts that they wanted. If anything, that's the only effect that Christmas really got these days. They ain't got no effectiveness of coming together, really. That the peace. This is the time of the year for joy and all that bullshit. Get the hell out of here, man. But that's pretty much a done deal with that. It was another article. Let me see this other article in here with this bitch right here. Look at this bitch right here. A woman who hired hitman to kill her husband dies by suicide shortly after getting out of jail. Like, how is this bitch getting out of jail? That shows you right here, you know what I'm saying, that they're not in trouble as other men. They're looking crazy than a motherfucker, too. She looked crazy. Let's get that Psalms 73. Because this dude right here, he ain't even had to kill himself. He could have just been like, well, man, I had a breakdown. They probably would have gave his ass about 30 years. He'd have done about 8 of them, and he'd have been back out. Because they're not in trouble as other men. Psalm 73, let me start at verse 3. For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. For there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. See? Because this bitch, after doing this, how you even get out of jail? Okay, it says a woman who was arrested for allegedly hiring a hitman to kill her husband has died. Tatiana, whatever the hell her name. She took her own life only months after getting out of prison. The 45-year-old woman tried to hire a hitman to kill her estranged husband. That was 2023, so 2 years ago. So she ain't do no damn time, really. She didn't know that the alleged hitman was actually an undercover police officer who was part of a sting operation to catch her after authorities were tipped off that she was trying to have her husband killed. Ultimately, the woman was sentenced to 3 years in prison. See, that's how you know this Esau. 3 years, bro. So that's what I'm saying with this other guy. And that's how Esau, man, they don't be getting no time like how Jake be getting no time. Had this been a so-called black woman, that Jake gave that bitch life, if not the chair. If they had capital punishment. So this guy that offed his woman and shot his stepdaughter, they literally they gave that nigga about 30 years. They had his lawyer come in and talk about how he was he was mentally disturbed or he need a mental test. They gave him them health tests. He blacked out. He lost himself. He didn't know what he was doing. You know the shit they run down in court. Same old shit. And they gave that nigga about, you know, in a nice little spot too. He wouldn't even been in regular population, man. He wouldn't even been in there with the regular general population, man, in that prison, man. They gave him a nice little cozy cot, took care of his fucking ass for about 10 years, because that's all that he probably would do. Because that's how Esau get down, man. They'll get some time, but they'll be up for parole before you know it, and they back out doing their thing, man. This is their kingdom. This is what they do. 2 years. Then they talking about some suicide. She looked like this bitch just looked crazy as hell. But she shouldn't, ain't no way, if an undercover really caught her and they had all the evidence on her, how is she out in 2 years? They said they gave her 3 years, but here you go, it's only 2025. If she went in 2023, that's only 2 years. But she's back out. And who knows, somebody probably knocked her ass off. But I'm going to end out there, man. I just wanted to just kind of touch on this real quick. Esau don't just crash out. He totals the car, man. He flies through the windshield. He skirt on the fucking asphalt. Pink meat all on the asphalt. Because they taking it there, man. These are not regular people right here, man. The Lord created them to be the wicked, bro. They go full-fledged hard when it comes to wickedness, man. So I'm going to end out with that. Pray that the lesson was edifying. Kwame Yashala and the Bible Ball.